Hello everybody, it's CaptainObvious and welcome back to another wonderful Forza Horizon 5 video. And today we're going to be discussing what happened in the Forza Horizon 5 Let's Go live stream. Today they specifically talked about the different biomes in the game. Altogether there are 11, and they didn't really explore all of them in this. They're going to explore them in the next one 2 weeks down the road. They also said that they're going to be doing maybe a full map reveal in the next one. The creative director, Mike Brown, didn't exactly know the answer, so he just kind of left that up in the air. But today I have some secrets that I wanted to share with you all. I have watched the whole live stream, so we'll be sharing some points that I heard from that. And right now we're going to switch over to the live stream and I'm going to show you guys what they showed, and they showed a lot. So 5 minutes into the stream they already are talking about the jungle biome, and before they cut to the car driving around, they just went over to the left and just showed like the river that was down here.
Reset.
So me trying to go through with like a little three-wheeler ain't gonna get me stuck or anything.
that is exactly right, Charlie. You want to have nice high ride height, and you have to plow straight through all this and beat everybody and eliminate them.
So basically they were just talking about how there aren't going to be any, like, you could say, bugs or glitches with like the foliage and the fences. You could say they didn't exactly use the word fences, but I assume that's what they were implying as well. They were just talking about how you could drive through and you wouldn't have any troubles going through there with a three-wheeler, as she talked about. One thing that I was doing while they were blabbering about why they chose this biome to show in the live stream, I was checking out these dirt roads and I was thinking to myself, man, if this is going to be really cool for Team Wars. Like, I'm already envisioning a layout for Team Wars, and these look really cool. I am very excited to see what people can make up. They drive into this little random road and they go into this like Mayan temple area, and this area looks absolutely insane. Imagine a Team Wars race like dodging through these temples and stuff. That would be so cool. Another thing I wanted to point out, bonus boards are back in the game, as you can see here. They showed another one on the side of the screen a little bit farther back. So bonus boards are in the game. Once they're done talking about the jungle / swamp area, they ended up fast traveling up to the Grand Caldera volcano, and they drive up the switchbacks, which so like he just said there as I was talking, he said this is the largest switchbacks that they have done in a Horizon game. It is absolutely insane compared to Fortune Island. Like, Fortune Island has got nothing on this. They were saying that they have another very big dirt like rally stage type thing on the other side of the mountain.
As you actually get to the top of the volcano, the road actually deteriorates quite a bit. It turns to a cobblestone road right at the top, because, you know, we've actually found that in reference as well, that maybe they didn't want to tarmac all the way, so we tried to recreate that.
So that was pretty interesting. They ended up going all the way up to the top of the mountain on this dirt road. And again, we skipped to another part where you can see on the bottom of the screen, wheel spins are back in the game. So this part of the live stream is probably the most important thing that you were able to get out of this, especially for me and probably the entirety of the Forza community, and specifically Team Wars. So just listen to what they have to say here.
And then if we dip the feed ever so slightly so that we can do a little bit of magic.
And through the magic of time, we have skipped forward a couple of weeks.
Yeah, two weeks have actually passed.
We have gone from summer to winter.
So right there, as you saw, I would assume that they went into pause menu and changed the weather to winter. That is something that they should have added to Horizon 4, but they sadly didn't. And according to this, it looks like that's going to be in Horizon 5, which is absolutely fantastic. Towards the end of the stream, they had a Q&A question that asked, will the seasons change weekly like in Horizon 4? And they actually confirmed that to be true. And as they were driving around, they ended up jumping off the top of the mountain, which, funny thing enough, as they're in the middle of the jump, they cut and go back to just the regular scene of them talking without any gameplay.
Because the volcano is kind of in the middle of the map, but as you drive around, you can see it's all around you. It's just like this. Looks incredible.
What?
Right after this, they cut it and they go to this them. So sadly they couldn't show us any more of that jump. This is something that I was looking forward to talking about. They actually show a full race in the game. I'm not going to show you the entire thing, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of it while I talk.
What race are we looking at here? What details can you share today?
So this is the Emerald Circuit. It's a road race and an asphalt race. It's really cool, and we've picked it because it straddles 2 of our biomes. So right now we are in the living desert, where you see all these awesome cactuses and rocky formations. And then as we come around this next corner, we kind of cross over into another biome, which is the rocky coast.
One interesting point that they talked about while the race was going on in the background was the fact that they have 2 coasts. One is the tropical coast, which is on the east, and one is the rocky coast, which is on the west. We got a small glimpse of the rocky coast in the very beginning of the actual trailer of the game. So one thing that somebody pointed out in chat and that the commenters said was this thing called Horizon Apex that is right above the start finish line. According to them, it is a festival that you can unlock while playing the game that is all about road racing. That's all they said about it. So unfortunately, that's all they showed us in this video, was just some Q&A questions that they asked. They weren't very interesting and they didn't have much in them, but you know Captain Obvious, always have a little something up my sleeve for the very end of these videos. Sadly, the 3 videos that I have do not have any audio, and on the website they didn't have any audio, so that's what we have to deal with. First off, we're cutting through the bushes and we get this big old view of the whole mountain, the massiveness of this mountain. Like, this is ginormous. And then we'll continue. This is some valley area, I would assume, behind the mountain. The next scene is kind of, I can't really place it. I would assume it's on like this side or maybe this side of the mountain. It's just a bunch of winding roads that look very cool. They actually show the transponder and the research area that they were talking about that they didn't show, so we get a little bit of preview. I think this might be the west coastline, not entirely sure. There is a picture that was taken from the Steam page for Forza Horizon 5 that I'll put up on the right hand of your screen that kind of looks like the same area. It's very similar. It's probably Photoshop entirely, but you never know. Next part of the video is up on top of the mountain and like the lake area. Final scene is this sweeping view of the very, very tippy top of the mountain. Next video I have for you here is called the Canyon Biomes. We'll check that out and I'll share my thoughts after. So I did say this in the very first Forza Horizon 5 video that I did, but this easily has to be my favorite area. I don't know why, it just looks really cool. First scene is this overhead view of the river that cuts through. Next scene is cutting down to the river as we saw back canyon. This area was shown in the gameplay demo. And then we have another village slash house here. And then the final scene is a sweeping view right next to the canyon side. This is the road again that was in the gameplay demo. So they're showing a lot of the stuff that they showed in the gameplay demo. They're probably not trying to show too much of other things that weren't in the gameplay demo. And last video that I have for you is called the Farmlands Biome. This video actually shows off a lot of the animals that are in the game. There was another photo that was taken from the Steam page for Horizon 5 that I'll put up here. You have that bridge here, and then you have the bridge in the middle of the image as well, so kind of matching everything together. And then the next scene is another view of the same area where the bridge was. It's just a little bit in the distance, just farther back. And of course, just this looks absolutely stunning for a video game. Like, this looks almost real. Another thing that I just noticed right next to this field of flowers is the highway that goes right next to it. And you can see it go very far off into the distance. So it goes all the way up here, curves, turns, and continues to go. Probably this is my favorite part. There are burrows in Horizon 5. That is probably, this is so cool. They actually show some bighorn sheep, which they did not say that was in the game. They said that they were sheep, but they did not say that they were bighorned, which is, again, very interesting. And of course, chickens are back in Horizon 5, and I am extremely happy that I will be able to scare them away with my car. Some of these show some stuff that wasn't in these videos and the gameplay that we've seen so far. First picture is the jungle biome, if it'll ever load, and another nice picture. Next one is the tropical coast. This is down where the Lamborghini was in the gameplay demo. So this is the arid hills area. The next one is the living desert, which is kind of in the middle of the map, I would think, where the Mercedes was drifting onto the dirt and came onto the road in the gameplay demo. Next one is called the rocky coast, like we already mentioned already. That will be in the west area of the map. And then we have the sand desert, which of course is expected since it's Mexico. Next one is the swamp area that they showed in the stream today. And this is the urban area, or Guanajuato as the town is called. Second to last one is the volcano biome, and the final one we have is the canyon biome. So today's Let's Go live stream gave us a lot of information and gameplay. We are now finally able to piece together the map. My parents and I went on a surprise road trip that they told me about the day before we left. We were gone for a couple days, so I wasn't able to post or make videos then. I was going to post my F1 2020 video, but of course I was gone. Anyway, this is CaptainObvious signing off. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video.